All right, it's time for Couch Conversations, brought to you by Dr. Pepper. The Star Power just keeps on coming in this show. Obviously, the big game of today from an offensive standpoint. Sam Hartman, quarterback from Wake Forest, joins us. Sam, I'm going to be a professional, and I'm going to ask you about your game. But we're going to start by asking about this beard. Because, let me just be honest with you. I did No Shave November once, and at the end of the month, somebody came up to me and was like, oh, you didn't shave today. I don't know what it feels like to grow this. Is there methodology to getting this fuzzy perfection on your face?
Just a lot of patience and, some trial and error on different products or, facial moisturizers. But after a long time, I'm proud to say that I have somewhat of a beard on my face, and hopefully, it'll continue to be able to grow through the rest of the season.
No, that's not somewhat of a beard. That's a superhero beard.
It's got power because he played like a superhero
and
today.
You did 5 touchdowns. Is there a spot in a game where it's going this way, where you're just standing on the sideline and you feel like you guys are unstoppable?
A little bit. You try not to look up at the stats or try not to see or count, any of your, personal accolades. But at a point, it is kind of hard to ignore that. But, for the most part, you're just rolling. You're focused on the next drive. You're getting ready and getting prepared for the next series at hand and working on what the defense is trying to stop you with.
Man, this game was an absolute shootout. It's like every time I looked at the screen, you guys were scoring another touchdown. And on the season, you're having a great year. You got 19 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. Your team is 7-0. And in this game, you looked real calm and relaxed. Where is this team right now, and how are you feeling on the field, especially after a performance like that?
I think it's just there's a lot of trust on our team. I think there's a lot of trust on the offense in all units. I think, as a quarterback, I trust the receivers, the O-line, and the running backs, to make the plays, make the blocks, hit the holes, catch the ball, and I think as just a unit and as a whole team, I think there's just a lot of buy-in and competition that we want to do what's best, for our team, and we want to also help our defense out when we can. And the defense, obviously, today with Trey Red's pick on that fake field goal,
Yep.
That changed the game. And so those are those moments where you're like, man, our defense is, battling against this, tough triple option. And, they're fighting for every inch, and we got to go out there and capitalize on every possession. And I felt like we really fed off the defense having to fight and work. And so, you look at it and say the offense did a great job, defense didn't do a great job. It's not really like that in the locker room. It's, hey, the defense battled, they got more stops than they did. And we capitalized on the opportunities that our defense gave us.
But, it's interesting to me, Sam, because Jordan Cornette, one of my close friends here, works for the ACC Network, and we were talking on Sports Nation yesterday, and he was saying, look, Wake Forest is a great team, but Service Academy matchups are tough, and you never know where that's going to go. I'm watching you guys put up 70 points. Did you see something on film that made you think that that it was going to be a shootout like this?
Coach R did a great job. Coach Ruggiero, our offensive coordinator, we had 2 weeks of prep coming off the bye week, and we practiced against the looks they showed on film, and they kind of came out and did the similar stuff. And when they made adjustments, we made adjustments, and we kind of rolled from there. And again, it's we trust our offense, and we trust what the positions it's going to put us in, and then at the end of the day, it's those guys going to make plays. It's the O-line making the blocks. It's the running backs making blocks or the runs. And then obviously you see the sparks that the receivers can and plays that the receivers can make.
Man, spectacular game, spectacular season. But, we were looking up, some of your history and some of the things that you've done. We see that you were on the Netflix QB1 show.
Big fan. I love that show. I'm just going to say it. Big fan.
So we had to ask, man, any funny behind-the-scenes moments you can give up to us, especially after a big win? What do you remember from that show?
It was a whirlwind for sure. There was you're young, I didn't feel young at the time, but I was young, did some funny stuff on camera, but tried to keep it as, as light and as, filtered as possible. I think just the whole deal of being, what I know now and looking back at myself at 18 years old and a senior in high school, the fact that they put a camera in my face and mic'd me up for football games and hangout sessions and this, that, and the other, I think that's pretty funny in itself. And, there's a lot of times that, if I would to watch it again, I would probably look back and want to smack my 18-year-old self for saying something or doing something. But I think the whole experience is pretty crazy and, something that's cool to look back on. But I'm really not sure if I would want to go through that kind of gauntlet of filming everything and kind of having your life on the spotlight in a sense.
Sam, let's just be real. If cameras had existed around everything when I was 18, I would not have fared as well as you did, my friend. So good work by you, man. We appreciate your time. Congratulations on a huge win, a statement win for a undefeated, good Wake Forest team that deserves more national attention. We appreciate you coming on, and we appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for you guys having me on, and always go Deeks.
Yes, sir. Have a good night.
You too.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.